The Arabian Peninsula's empty quarter spans thousands of miles of shifting sand. We treat it as a natural desert, a geographic reality, but archaeological fragments buried deep beneath these dunes suggest it's the physical scar of a cosmic anomaly. When you look at the physical remains of Rome or Babylon, you see the remnants of ordinary human struggle. The ruins hidden here tell a different story. They belonged to a civilization operating on principles of physics we can barely comprehend today. Around 4000 BCE, this region was ruled by the Djinn. Ancient texts describe them as beings of pure consciousness and smokeless fire, capable of manipulating matter and energy through focused will across 3 continents. Every ancient superpower eventually collapsed from war, disease, or famine. The Djinn Empire vanished because it was retroactively edited out of causality. The evidence comes from scattered, deeply buried texts and oral traditions that mainstream institutions refuse to acknowledge. When you piece those forbidden texts together, the empty quarter takes on the character of a cosmic crime scene, the result of a force that deleted an entire empire from the historical record. The Djinn organized their society around a singular objective they called the Great Work. They viewed natural chaos as a flaw in the universe, and they used their advanced geometry to fold space and time, attempting to impose mathematical order on all of reality. To execute a restructuring of that scale, they needed a vast workforce. They found early human societies, accelerated our technological development by thousands of years, and elevated us to serve as their physical builders. We can still see the fingerprints of this partnership. The geometric precision of the Great Pyramid's construction becomes explicable when you factor in access to Djinn-assisted engineering. The same pattern appears in the Levant. The sheer mass and placement of the towering columns at Baalbek point to construction techniques that treated gravity and physics as mere suggestions. We see the timeline of this alliance etched into the oldest known megaliths. The intricate alignments at Göbekli Tepe match the era when this cosmic partnership first began. The Djinn treated the universe like a mathematical equation, but they failed to account for human emotion. During what texts call the Age of Binding, human leaders like King Suleiman rebelled, learning the specific geometry required to trap and command beings of pure energy. By forcing a rigid, unnatural order onto their subjects, the Djinn cultivated the exact chaotic intensity that fueled a human rebellion and prepared the ground for their own destruction. To maintain their multidimensional empire, the Djinn relied on a centralized consciousness known as the Archive. It was a flawless network that coordinated every city through absolute mathematical consistency. Rebellious human mages realized they couldn't overpower the Archive directly, so they made contact with forces outside the Djinn's control. They allied with entities from the outer reaches, dimensions defined by unfiltered chaos. Working together, they breached the Archive. The mages uploaded a simple mathematical paradox, a proof demonstrating that order and chaos are identical. The network's logic couldn't process the contradiction, and it consumed itself in an endless loop. Deprived of the Archive's stabilizing intelligence, Djinn cities unfolded from pocket dimensions. Buildings that occupied multiple planes of reality shattered into raw, explosive energy. The final phase of the war lasted exactly 72 hours. The Outer Reach entities did not just slaughter the survivors. They altered the flow of causality, ensuring the Djinn's achievements were edited out of the cosmic record. The local laws of physics broke down. Lush river valleys across the Arabian Peninsula transformed into the desert wastelands we see today, while the memories of human survivors were erased. The Djinn vanished from existence because they attempted to impose an artificial grid on a universe that is naturally chaotic. The patterns in these ruins suggest the Outer Reach entities function as a cosmic immune system. They appear to perform essential maintenance on reality, preventing any single species from locking existence into static, artificial patterns. This chart models what the Djinn called the threshold. As a civilization's technological order increases, it approaches this red boundary line, a point of development where artificial order triggers a response from the outer reaches. The record shows the Djinn were one of many predecessor civilizations. Each time a species reached this point, they were edited out of history, resetting the cosmic cycle. Today, humanity is charting exactly the same course. Our leaps in quantum computing, artificial intelligence, and genetic manipulation are pushing us toward that red line at an exponential rate. But the erasure wasn't total. Hidden in a multidimensional vault beneath the ruins of Iram, researchers recovered a fragment recorder, a device that survived because it functioned across 17 planes. It contains a survival strategy called the resonance protocol. The protocol requires a complete reversal of our current path. Instead of building technologies that try to mathematically conquer reality, we must develop systems that amplify and harmonize with natural chaos. The fragments of the Djinn Empire are our only warning system. Our survival relies on choosing to embrace the unpredictability of existence before the universe performs its next cycle of maintenance.